can be say there be a red flags in the woman and you can say president assign a beam or say unpublished report constitutional review committee in the Babon now process no and say after say review committee na adwuma wie my recommendations be bree according president say what should be the process.
Okay, so what form committee or commission of inquiry? Yeah, I think it's under Article 218 of the Constitution. I think something like that. Now, or from a committee there was one reported back. The government has to publish
97.9.
The committee's report by first doing what you call publishing a white paper. That's not the government position on the report. And see, any point number one. As a government here. So government and yet within 6 months now. It should be seen, say the report has been accepted, and that anybody who is even affected by it can decide to even go to court.
Sir.
And see, I don't see why at this time government can publish a report.
So say within 6 months.
Don't find paper on from there. And see, the government must bring that one. Since we all know the reports are out. Those who want to read it can read it.
Yeah.
But our day official from the government. Our day was on white paper. What about?
Okay. So after the committee report,
it is for the government itself to make it public.
Okay.
97.9.
Because they can say something in their report, but it is still for the government to, if I was asked to make it public. This is what the committee is saying. And this is our position on it. As at now, government white paper and mine to show the government's position on the committee's reports.
Morning drive.
So report as it stands. Abban can hold him.
And this is an official.
Individual report. Abban as Abban no report. Report was about Abban. And so that's what is supposed to be the case.
Okay. Now, the tribunal section where even the former vice president are calling on the president's man and sign because there's some red flags. Now, the 1982 tribunal, any 2026, say me sure say what really around it. Similarities, anything.
Well, that's safe. Now, this bill, no one is it. I can't imagine no boy.
Okay.
But in the 1980s, around 1982, when the PNDC took office, is what we can talk about.
Okay.
At that time, me knew the day, but I think I was in class 1 or class 2. Now, we all saw the brutalities. You have market women. You have na sabi yabo iduma deja na yadu mutua krum na mo ye han kania. You saw that at least I knew some prominent people in my community. We know how people were abducted and taken to these kangaroo courts and, as it were, dealt with. Right? And see, it is the mention of tribunal evokes a lot of negative nostalgia in the minds of people.
Yes.
Wow.
Okay.
Say this government, from my home side, I really know what these tribunals did. We have the courage to reintroduce it.
Council.
Okay.
Mranim fomo ewasa mu kyerɛkyerɛ mranim kyerɛ yɛ mɛ te aseɛ na Ghana ni ohumra wa nwane sense what te aseɛ nsa. Is it true, sir, tribunal no it is still stipulated in the constitution? Yeah, I was say te aseɛ. Is it true, say wum sisi
Is it true, sir?
Council one me question. Me say I no cross constitution no tribunal ni wom. E wom sisi
Okay, it is clear. I'm church.
Okay.
So, echo. I think 1 to 6
97.9
of the constitution now. I can't about judiciary now. Okay, the Supreme Court. The Superior Court of Judicature.
Yes.
The Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, the High Court, and the regional tribunals.
That's right.
Normally, I must say, and such lower courts as Parliament may by law establish. And the Constitution by and you must know on midwife of our Constitution by it's the same NDC, PNDC, Rollins people, those who introduce this popular participation of the citizens in the administration of justice. On one of the by so they decided say our constitution. Now Kaya, during the time of Jericho, they can say tribunal and the year in those days, they were so negative that it didn't sit well with the spirit of the Constitution. And I'm saying lower courts, this is a district tribunal, circuit tribunal, only creation of parliament, not any constitutional creation. It was easy to remove those ones. It's not a regional tribunal, which is the equivalent of the High Court. In the regional tribunals, and then to remove it, you have to go through referendum, all those kind of things. So it was difficult to do that. And because of that, regional tribunal is still in the Constitution.
Okay.
But just as a legal relic.
Okay.
A relic, keke. Because Obiara and pay engagement. Even though regional tribunal, our constitution, in practice, the whole of the country want to make regional tribunal, you say, whatever the regional tribunal is supposed to do in terms of criminal procedure, and that's a criminal jurisdiction, the High Court deals with it. And the regional tribunal, in name, keke. And the only reason why I work in name, and he said, it is difficult to amend that portion of the Constitution, which is part of the entrenched provisions.
I see.
It will mean that, so you pay regional tribunals, every Constitution, and say a referendum, and all that. And But only in name. There is no single court in Ghana, like I said, and only a regional tribunal. There is none.
Council, my last question here, my other room, no, you. Tribunal system now, what can one seems to no? Meaning, sir, oko various courts, versus your judge or magistrate near the idea of more heady various courts. No? Tribunal system, no. I hear for never heady.
97.9.
Tribunal system in those days. Now, way to say there was a chairman, or a trained lawyer. In the other say, circuit tribunal, who be a judge are qualified to be a circuit court judge. But what now? Now, see, the ordinary citizens are kind of home. So,
ordinary citizens.
Okay.
Hey, Council.
Inti, among take decision say the Bacono or a guilty and now on your guilty. In fact,
7.9.
if the chairman no lawyer no and take one position, like the others need to take position over him, others no one will prevail.
Ordinary citizens, one I hamino. Mbese no mami more are you on that? Ordinary citizens, now one ever pass ordinary citizens, no. So saying it could be obia ordinary citizen bia.
And no certain persons, there are certain classes of persons and come home. Like me as an ordinary citizen, 9 year judge. Number mayor lawyer, by reason of the fact that mayor lawyer in the ground, I'm not part of it. We are policing into a certain level of height when you're part of it. A whole lot of around, they are not part of it. It is ordinary citizens as ordinary citizens. That's what I mean.
Okay, me here. Me host to morning show Fox FM. Me tomorrow can.
Most probably you will qualify.
Sir.
Aye.
Hey. In fact, I drink a class still. Anyway, so the one position way the previous tribunal system, no yes, sir.
Yes, but this new one now, because the men can do but the hard saying that it is independent. A one I'm a independent.
It is independent.
Independent of who? Because in those days, no, at least it is a tribunal system. Say, only exactly as our second tribunal. Now, I'm going to say a criminal case grammar or regional tribunal. From there, no, we have the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, the old traditional courts, like that. But you see, I'm going to say, independently, as another day, that means that another day, regional tribunal, and as a regional tribunal, and just can I give the Court of Appeal and all that? That's what I don't know. But if there's no right of appeal from there, that's very dangerous.
All right.
Very dangerous.
Council, where you're the best, where first face, you me that say, you're breathing tea, I reply, but
I what is in there.
Exactly. And I'll work on it. Now, also, Pemame, Winya, Miss Me, yet me and what you may make catch no. Also, now you're dimming come ye.
They are coming, they know exactly what it is. Now, you see, power corrupts. And absolute power corrupts absolutely. You see, I said, Yamna, Ghana for NDC so much of power because of the mandates and Tonga in the majority of parliament.
Yeah, for now it's true, yeah.
Think they will not listen to anybody. But you see, I'm with you too. You say, PB, the same law will be a movie. We should be careful what we agree to. You see, if you just they are untouchable. But in Ghana, when your party is in power, you don't do any wrong. And you don't care.
All right, thank you.
A time may come out. The same law will be used.
Yes, for that one sure. For that one sure. That's right. Yeah, it's just a matter of time. That's the pay. Yeah, me so. We bet you my dimension from him. Okay. I was on penny and Bonko. Honorable Alexander KK Abban, where a private care practitioner, and I any bon common.